Got nothing? All right, I just heard myself. Yep, I'm hearing myself again. Check, check. That's good. All right. Takes a shot from Luke Pereira, and that one goes wide and steers right at the net. And now it's into the corner. That shot again from Mason Blockley. That one's off to the right. And that one. Two, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. All right, going back to the countdown 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Twenty-two, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Yep. Okay. So it's okay. Okay. Sure. And welcome in, hockey fans. Well, thank you for joining our broadcast of Tigers Hockey. I'm your host, Michael Conchator. Today we have an exciting matchup. It's an FCAC matchup between the Greenwich Cardinals and the Ridgefield Tigers. Right now, both teams are actually at a deadlock, tied for fourth in the FCAC division. Both teams looking to jump each other here and become that solo fourth spot and leave the losing team in the fifth spot. Earlier this season, Greenwich did take a 3-0 loss to the hands of Ridgefield. Their only wins have come off of Division II opponents, and the Tigers are actually coming off of their best hockey so far this season, as they're 4-0-1 in their last 5 games. That one in the final column there was an overtime loss to Darien, which is the top team in the FCAC right now, at least standings-wise, and really probably by physical play-wise as well. They haven't taken a regulation loss other than to Notre Dame West. They've been the top team in Connecticut hockey right now. So Darien is definitely a tough opponent for this FCX squad. Both of these squads, they've both taken losses to them. But we got an exciting one today because it's hard to beat a team twice. And to do that, coming in for the second game here in Greenwich, definitely going to be a tough one. But it's always a battle when Ridgefield comes to Greenwich. Exciting place to play, exciting place to be for a hockey day. So really excited to see what we have in store for today. Main issue with the Tigers as well for the recent games and games prior was injury. The injury bug seems to keep catching up to those Tigers. It can't seem to stay healthy. Your starting Tigers today, it's Rigby and Blockley, the defensemen, with Rena, Pereira, and Idone as the forwards, starting off today's matchup. And the faceoff is won by Ridgefield and dumped deep in by Pereira. But that one's going to be called icing by the referee, and the play will be brought all the way down. So the face-off to the right of Ertl. And an emergency backup situation here we've been seeing a lot in the NHL over the recent years. Alex Silliman, who is the brother of Matt Silliman and Justin Silliman, both goaltenders for RHS. Justin graduating in 22, and Matt Silliman graduating in 21. Both brothers play goaltender for the Tigers. And now the brother is the backup goalie for the Tigers today. Here's a shot from Idone, and that one's going to be swallowed up as the Tigers did a good job breaking that puck out quickly. And the faceoff will be to the right of the Greenwich goaltender. And the faceoff is going to be won by Ridgefield, is coming down to collect that one. Was the Tigers forward. Now keeping that puck in is Cummins, but quickly swatted away by the Cardinals, and they get it out to the neutral zone. Shoving that one in behind the net, but it's Cummins there first as the Tigers get on it, trying to wrap that one, but it's kept in by the Cardinals. Getting it towards the front of the net. And now a couple whacks at it, ends up in the corner wide. Here's Cummins over to the wing for Britton. Simonello gets hit off the puck there. But Tigers regain possession, doing a regroup in their own zone. Now hitting Simonello, hits the boards. And it looks like he iced the puck there on his pass to Britton. It went too far. And he couldn't catch up to that one. So face off in the Tigers zone once again. Carino for Greenwich is going to win that back to his partner, Rosemus. But stolen there by Rigby and played over to Blockley, his defensive partner for today. Now Simonson just got the case of mono, so he's going to be out for some time here for the Tigers. That's a big number 2 defenseman here for the Tigers, so big part of their team. Sean Rigby coming down to play it low and gets it behind the Greenwich net. Holding possession is the Tigers. Now back up to the point. It's Gartner with the shot, but that one ends up in the corner. Gartner on the half wall playing along, a lot of scrum there, but the puck comes out to Rigby, who takes the shot, and that one's saved. So Rigby had a shot from the point that looked like it was going to go off the pad, but then it was swallowed up there by the Greenwich keeper, and the faceoff's going to be to his left. Out for the Tigers now, Simonello, Idone, and Pereira, the forward line, with defenseman Stain is Rigby and Blockley. Face off, still trying to get possession, but here's Greenwich wheeling around their own net, and there's a Gretzky turn in their own zone to try to switch the side of the ice that they're playing with. Good break in there for Greenwich, making a nice move, but it's stopped by Rigby and played across the ice over to Pereira. Pereira trying to enter through the middle, but he's poked away there, and now delayed offsides for the Tigers as they check up and go right back at it. Pereira trying to steal possession back from the Cardinals, but the Cardinals playing a good enough job here, doing good enough with their regroups in their own zone and the neutral zone to keep the Tigers off the puck. Now pass out wide for Idone, but it's going to be over the red line and stolen back by the Cardinals. Man, the puck's dumped in there. First players on it is a Cardinals Raiden Robbie. Good hit there on the forecheck by the Cardinals, and that pass from Britton trying to go across the ice, switching the sides. McNicholas shoveled it there behind the net for Rena. Rena trying to get it out to Britton, but that one's wide. Here's a shot from Blake Schlappak, and that's saved into the corner and gotten out there by the Cardinal winger. Cummins, newly switched defenseman, plays it off the wall for the Tigers. Rena trying to chip that one, but stolen there by Will Duncan, senior forward for the Cardinals. In the neutral zone, trying to get possession back as the Tigers, they finally get it in their own zone. Trying to play that one up was Britton, but can't do so, and that's going to be icing as he missed his man on the pass. And the faceoff's going to go all the way down to the right of Silliman. Sorry, that's a correction. Henry Ertl. Out for the Tigers, it's their second unit. It's Gardner on the ice with Simonello and Irving. Irving trying to get that one by the Greenwich defenseman, but cannot do so. They play it towards the front, but swallowed up there by the center Simonello, doing a good job helping out his defenseman in this 3-2 that the Tigers like to run. They're going to shove it down the ice, and it's going to be icing. So back towards the Tigers' end. Score stays 0-0, almost halfway through this first. And the faceoff to the left of Ertl. Kicking that one free was Simonello. Passes it up to Gardner. Now it's a 2-on-1. Here's the shot from Gardner. Save made. And that one's going to go wide into the corner after the shot, but it was iced by the Cardinals. So a good offensive chance there. It was the first real opportunity we've seen from the Tigers so far in this one. As we haven't played too much hockey, so nothing to nitpick on, but that one opportunity is where it all starts. So let's see if they can build upon that. Forwards out here for the Tigers. It's Rena taking the faceoff. And he's going to lose that one. So Greenwich's number 17, Logan Carino. He's been on the ice for some time here for the Cardinals, as he used to be their main center, or second-line center at least. Pass towards the front of the net, and that one's tipped to the corner by Rigby. Good play by him. Passing that one up to Idome, but that one escapes to the neutral zone and is shoved back into the Tigers' end. Rigby, first player on it. Sorry, that was actually Idome. Tries to slip it by him, but the shot from the point was wide. Now the Tigers in a little more effort here in the defensive zone. Here's the shot. Save made by the right pad of Ertl. And here's a rebound, but it stays in the corner. Couldn't get it towards the front of the net. Here's the shot from the point. Another rebound. And a good stick there by Idone, and he could not clear it. Holding that one was Farmer. And his shot ricochets off a leg. I think it was Idone's, and the Tigers for a well-deserved change. Entering the Cardinals, it's D'Angelo behind the net, but it's stolen by Simonello, who goes over to his winger, and now it's back to the other side for Britton. Britton crossing the ice and now using all of that space that he created for himself. Good play by the Cardinals to get it out of their own end, and now it's a 1-on-3 for them. The shot save made by Ertl and swallowed up by the glove. Faceoff's going to be to his right. And the faceoff is going to be won by the Tigers now. Holding it. Now firing over to the other side is Schlappak. And that one's going to get by McNicholas and go all the way down for an icing. A lot of icing here for this tired and a little bit limited Tigers team, as we did go over a lot of the injuries that they had. But the total count on that one, there's 8 injuries for the Tigers here entering this game. So out of the whole roster, that is a lot of guys to surrender, especially for a good and well-rivaled FCAC team here that they have to play away. So here's the shot. That one's going to be blocked by the feet of Cummins and taken out by the other side is Simonello. Entering from the right, now shoveling over to Britton, but that one's stopped by the Cardinals. Keeping that one is Simonello, though, as he makes a move and gets a shot off, but it's sticked away by the Greenwich goaltender. Playing that out to the side to the wing. A tired Simonello will come back on the back check and pick that one up. Sorry, that was Ryan McNicholas, who actually gets stolen from. Here's a shot from the corner, save made by Ertl. Rebound in front. They got nothing on it, as McNicholas is going to fire that one. It's going to go out of play off a Greenwich skate, so the faceoff will stay in the Tigers' end. Faceoff to the left of Ertl here, as it's Rena taking the faceoff. He's going to win that one. Shoved into the corner, trying to be played out for Gartner, who slaps it across the ice for the other side. Now Irving on the forecheck here for the Tigers, trying to get it by, and Rena staying in the top neutral zone. Now shifting towards the other side and getting in deep. It's not an icing. Good thing the Tigers have surrendered at least 5 icings today and this game already. And we're only in the first. Now good movement here for the Cardinals, as that was Bowden Farmer, defenseman, trying to make some dirty dangles there. Irving trying to get that one in deep, hits the defenseman Peter Lewis, one of the captains of this Greenwich Cardinal team. He's going to, with patience, hold it in his own zone and fire it up. And now they got a good breakout here. Gus McGarvey. He's going to wrap that one deep, but the first player on it is a Tiger, and it's Luke Pereira, who gets it forward to his center, Simonello. Simonello off the wall, and he puts it into open ice. Picking that one up was Andrew Walko. And now he Cardinals. It's Peter Lewis taking a shot on net, but it's swallowed up by Ertl, and the faceoff's going to be in the Tigers' zone once again. So with the shortened Tigers bench usually running around 4.5 lines, they're submitted to about 2.5 for this game, as there are 4 or 5 forwards that are out with injury or sickness. Coming back over the boards for the Tigers, and to finish that first line change is Anthony Rena, number 15. He's going to win that one back for Rigby. Sorry, that was Blake Schlappak, who plays it off the glass and ends up in the neutral zone. Good forecheck here from the Tigers, pinning the Cardinals back in their end. Here's the move by Rena and the shot, and that one is going to go out of play off the post. So it seems like the faceoff's going to stay in the Cardinals' zone. Good job by Rena with the interception in the shot. As we have 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first, the score remains 0-0. Now, like I said in the now the Tigers 4-0-1 in their last 5 games. And that was when they were missing Sean Rigby in the Darien home game, where they lost 3-2 in overtime. And that was a good effort, and they've been showing good efforts in the last 5 games. Here's the shot from Greenwich, and that one's save made there by Ertl. The shot taker was Bailey Rosemas for the Cardinals. On the half wall, coming down as the Greenwich defenseman. Good stick tap there by Rena to get it off to his wingerman there. Blake Schlappak flipping that puck out of the zone, but then stolen by Greenwich. And it looks like that puck go out of play. Not really sure. Oh, it's broken glass. Wow. It was kind of hard to see from my angle here as looking at a computer screen, but it looked like the puck came barreling towards the glass, and there is a lot of broken glass on the ice. Something I've never seen before. Looks like the assistant the backup goalie is being checked there for shards of glass in his mask, around the ears, anywhere that it could have gotten on his skin. That crazy, crazy experience there. Something I don't think that the Tigers have seen for a while. I remember when we were playing our 2021 year, there was an instance where we jumped on the glass and the glass off in a whole piece, so no shattered glass or anything like that. So that was definitely different than what we're used to seeing. And it's definitely going to call for a big stoppage of play here, as I got to get that glass off the ice before they start skating again. I mean, just look at that glass. The amount of it is really it's vast, and the ref's still trying to figure out what to do. I mean, if they could get a shovel or something to get this glass off. But I think also the issue is replacing the broken glass, whether that will be with a wooden board or another piece of glass they have in the back. These are questions that will be answered within the next 10 minutes here, as they do have a game to play, and ice time is bought for and paid for. So they got to do something to fix this ice quickly. And now finally the shovel method, as I mentioned before, comes out. And it looks like both teams are actually going to skate off. So not much information that we have presently. We're just watching and seeing and reacting to something that is unfortunate, because we haven't seen anything like that. Not really even sure what happened. Play. I think it was just a regroup pass, and the puck got sticked away in the neutral zone, ends up coming up to the glass and smashing it, leaving shards of glass all over the place, and multiple people working on to get that off the ice so the players are in no more danger. And it looks like they had to break the rest of the glass that I think was connected to the penalty box door, so that wouldn't be any trouble. Not really sure what they're going to do to fix that. I think the only thing you really can do is put a wooden board there, which is a cheaper alternative to glass, I'll tell you that. Still sweeping up glass and ice. So they're still trying to get all the shards off of the penalty box, out of the penalty box, off the ice, get the snow off the ice that may have some shards in it. So we have some ice crew on the ice now, and the nets are in the center. Not really sure if they're gonna redo the ice for the rest of this first, play out the second on the freshly done ice. But Connecticut Hockey definitely is technical about what they want to do here, and it looks like here at the Dorothy Hamill rink, their solution: get the Zamboni out. Not a bad one. So it is one of the older rinks, the Dorothy Hamill Ice Arena in Greenwich, Connecticut. Definitely one of the older rinks that you play in this conference in the FCAC, or really just if you play Division 1 or 2 hockey in the area. And it looked like it was on a Greenwich regroup, because they were in the neutral zone trying to get it past that red line and dump it deep so the puck would be on the other end. But the puck ends up hitting the glass and shattering it and goes right through. So, not what they wanted, and definitely not expected. As the ice crew is cleaning, doing everything they can to get this hockey play back. We have 6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in this first. Yeah, so it looked like the defenseman got the puck in his own end right before the blue line. And he shoots the puck, hoping that it would go off the glass on his player's stick, the man in front of him, which was just about a blue line away. But when he took the shot, it ends up shattering the glass right as soon as it hits it. And the play was stopped dead from there. Here's a good look at it right here. Shot comes off the stick, hits the glass, and shatters it through. So, I mean, that kid either has an 150 mile per hour pass, or that glass was just a little bit weak. And I would bet the second option for that. But it looks like they're going to do full ice. I'm not really sure if they're going to do it in between the first and the second period. I don't know if they would need that much clean ice, and I think the overuse of the Zamboni rinks wouldn't want that. So they might as well save that first ice cut, or I guess then second ice cut, for in between the second and the third period. But it's all up in the air here, and we're going to see what happens shortly. As soon as the ice is done being made, players will resume play. Really bizarre sighting there. Something I've never seen. Something I didn't expect to see either. As this is a big chunk of stoppage play. My one question, and I think the question that the fans at home have as well, what are they going to do with that glass? Are they going to replace it? I think they do have to replace it technically to begin play again. So a lot of learning going on here. Just going to see what happens, as this isn't something we see often. Mm-hmm. So we were just sent this photo. It was the technical team and myself in our group chat. This photo is a picture of the safety tempered glass that is here at the Dorothy Hamill Ice Arena in Greenwich. If you want to see that date, it says 1984. So I don't know if that is the actual date of when the glass was made, when it was, produced and sent to the rink. I did say earlier that this is one of the oldest rinks that you will play at in the near area. So I was definitely right about that. And that's safety tempered glass too. It shatters in a million pieces, not into big bricks and blocks and shards, which would be more dangerous for the people standing behind the glass or around it. Just like that goalie you saw him, they had to get just tiny pieces off of his jersey, but I don't think it was enough to get him nicked or hurt or anything. So we're still waiting for this ice cut to be done. I'm sure the ice is going to freeze over a little bit before they start playing. And then we will get back to the rest of this minute and 43 seconds that we have remaining in this first period. So here's a shot of how each individual piece of glass meets. And when they meet in that middle point, looks like there's room between with a nice curved piece of glass on top of the two so they don't budge out from that spot. So it doesn't seem like it'll be super easy to replace a piece of glass, but again, it was by the penalty box. Maybe they a different way of setting over by the scorekeeper's box, and the penalty box is over there. The glass could be different. So we're still not sure of how they're going to fix that issue of not having a piece of glass there, which is definitely vital to the game and to the safety of the people in that scorer's box. Really, even the players on the bench, the coaches sitting behind that home bench. That's a big gap and a place where the puck ends up often, as we did see. It came off of his stick right to that piece of glass and broke. So it looks like they're going to have to replace it at some point. And they took off the side of the door, or the side of the boards there. And there's a piece. So my prediction was right. We do have a piece of plywood there to replace the glass. As that is a common technique that we've seen when glass gets shattered in a hockey arena. Don't have the glass on hand, why not use wood? So from that point, if you're standing behind that door, around that door, you're probably not going to see the ice. And if you're on the ice, you're not going to see through that piece of wood. Definitely a weirder thing to see when you're playing, and when you see the one piece of wood rather than all of the other pieces of glass. And that also will not, the puck is not going to bounce as well off of that piece of plywood. So players and defensemen especially are going to have to look out for that. If they're trying to have a regroup in the neutral zone, if they're trying to get it out of their own zone. Can't really tell how this puck is going to bounce off that wood yet, and we're going to see soon as the play resumes and if it hits it. Definitely will slow down the momentum of the puck. But it looks like they got the wood in. into the supporting beams on the sides there. Trying to get it all the way down, and they finally do. And that's just hardworking people right there, making sure that this game goes on and in a good amount of time too. So great job on them. And we're going to resume to this hockey play shortly. Because again, we do only have 6 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in this first. Not sure what they're going to do about the second ice cut or the first ice cut in between the game. Still seems to be some glass shards over there in the Greenwich bench, so wouldn't be too safe for the players to return. With the blades on their feet, I could definitely dull out the blade. We got 6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in this first. And then we're going to see what they decide to do for the first intermission in between the first and the second. So there's the main goaltender for the Tigers, Henry Ertl, donning number 35. Goaltender hasn't worn that number for a long time. He's the first to really popularize it. And it's another senior goalie on the other end, too. Nick Sinise, number 34. He gets the start here in the nod over Cole Studwell, which is the number 1 goalie, and his number is 1. He's a captain there. But there's Sinise, As he's gotten through most of this first. He's only taken about 5 saves, so hasn't really needed to stand on his head, but definitely has done enough to keep this game at 0-0. Take a look at the Tigers bench. You got Coach who was a former player, and Hunter Alicia, who also is a former. And you see the player at the end there, the forward line. It's number 8, senior forward Gavin White. Seems like he's taking a period off per coach's request. Not really sure if that's a disciplinary or injury type of thing, but he hasn't played all period. But he is dressed, and it looks like he's ready to go out there. I'm sure that was a decision made by the coaches at some point within this week of practice that they have had and the time they've had to build up to this game. They definitely want to beat the same opponent that they have beat in this FCAC before. Again, they did win 3-0 to Greenwich. And the previous meeting between these two teams, it was at the Winter Garden of Ice in Ridgefield, Connecticut. Now here, we're in the Dorothy Hamill. The glass is breaking, but hopefully no more glass breaks and stoppages of play for the rest of the game. And, you know, when you usually see that Tigers bench, it's a lot more full. But again, 8 players out due to injury or sickness, and that is a lot of players. When you're thinking about a 3-line hockey team, 3 to 4-line hockey team. I think right now they're setting up the nets, waiting for the ice to get a little colder and freeze over that hot water. And it looks like we're almost ready to restart play here. With a fresh sheet of ice, the faceoff is going to be to the right of the Cardinal goaltender, Sinise. Tigers forwards, Rena centering Pereira on the left side and Idone on the right. And the defenseman pairing of Rigby and Blockley. It's usually Rigby and Simonson, but again, Simonson came down with mono. So it looks to be that he'll be out. Puck played in deep in the Cardinals zone. Whip that one out. Be a stoppage of play here. Having a small. Now the play resumes back. And another stoppage of play. And so the faceoff is going to be to the left goaltender and right side of the zone. Simonello is going to lose that faceoff, and the first player on it was the captain, Peter Lewis. Lewis gets it behind his net, quickly moves it over to his wingerman. And that one was Lanzarone. Lanzarone answers from the left side, takes a shot, and that one's blocked. Picked up there by Schlappak, who tries to send it over to the other side for McNicholas. That puck's going to get behind him, but there's no icing as the Greenwich defenseman was able to beat that one out. Good move to get by his man, but swallowed up there by Cummins. And Tigers get possession back in the neutral zone. Good hit there by, looks like that was Matt Schrimmer, one of the captains. It was a good back check out of shoulder. I think it was Pereira. So not a bigger player, but still an impressive hit nonetheless. McNicholas over to Irving. Irving's going to hit the boards and dump it in deep behind their net. He's also going to be one of the first players on it, but now it's stolen here by Greenwich, and they quickly get it out of their own end and into the Tigers' end. Puck's going to flip up, and now it's picked up by Ertl. Swallowed up in possession back in the neutral zone. Stoppage of play. Good hit there. So the faceoff is going to be to the left of Ertl. Staying on the ice for the Tigers is Irving, but Gartner comes over on the left side to help him out on the wing. And Arena is going to stay as in at center. That one gets by Irving and gets by the rest of the players. Here's Cummins. Trying to have a nice regroup and a breakout here for the Tigers. They can't do so. It's stolen by the Cardinals, but then stolen back quickly by Rena. And now it looks like a good forecheck here for the Tigers. Gartner trying to get it to Rena behind the line, but can't do it in time, and the Cardinals will steal. Now moving the puck up is Gus McGarvey. McGarvey behind the line. Good hit there by Rigby to get him off the puck, but it's quickly picked up by Bailey Rosemus. And now into the front, but it's off a stick. Picked up there by McGarvey. The shot towards the front, but that one's wide. And picked up there by Gartner in the corner up the half wall. Gets it deep into the Cardinal zone. First Tiger to it is Idone. And that one gets by his stick. It's on the half wall. It's going to be chipped out to the neutral zone. Good job by Graben Raby. Now to the front, but nice job by Sean Rigby, standing tall. He played in the game against St. Joe's yesterday afternoon. It was a 12:30 bout between an FCAC team who has beaten the Tigers. And the Tigers looked to answer back, and they did very, very strongly, putting up another 5 goals against St. Joe's, but only this time allowing 1. So that was a big bounce-back game after the loss to Greenwich, and that was without Sean Rigby, one of the best defensemen on this Tigers team. So they were missing a lot of pieces for that Darien game. You wonder, with a whole healthy lineup, would it have been a different outcome rather than the 3-2 loss in overtime at home?
Playing with the puck there is Kyle Allen, and for the Cardinals, leaves it off for Peter Lewis. Lewis up the boards for Rebby. Rabia off the boards in deep in the Tigers zone. On the half wall, picking that one up was Britton, but can't do anything to get that one out. Rena now retreating and getting the puck behind his own net. Goes off the glass. And that one's going to be all the way down the length of the ice for icing. So the faceoff is going to be back in the Tigers zone. And we can't have much time remaining in this first. So, from the left of Ertl, in the face-off dot, it's Rena. Going up against Trimmer, who got one back. And a nice save made by the right pad of Ertl. Keeping that one in was Farmer. Now into the corner in the Tigers' end. Good job by the Tigers to squeeze that one out as Rena gets it on the half wall. Stolen by the Tigers. Back to the Tigers in the Cardinals' end. Now towards the front of the net. Stolen and swallowed up there by Greenwich. And now being taken out accordingly. Owen Lanzarone entering from the right side. Still holding on. Here's the shot, but it's blocked there. Good play by Schlappak as two men fall. As he only hit one of them, the other player just slipped on his skates, but definitely a big hit there from Schlappak. We saw that from his older brother, a physical player. Now trying to relay that same image. And it looks like the Tigers are about to go to the power play here. As it was Matt Trimmer, one of the captains for this Greenwich team. He's going to go to the box for tripping. And the Tigers are going to get the first power play of this game. Face off in the Greenwich zone. It's going to be to the right of Sinesy. Rigby quarterbacking the power play up top. Brings it down to McNicholas, and now it's stolen there by Greenwich and dumped deep down to waste some time on this Tiger power play. First player on that is actually a Greenwich player, and it was Logan Carino playing a good penalty kill for the Cardinals there. McNicholas out from behind his own net. Plays it up the neutral zone to Pereira. He'll take a shot. That one is off a stick and out of play. So it was Bowden Farmer who got a stick on that one before it was hurled towards the net. And Pereira's going to skate off there. Looks like for the shortened Tigers here, Rigby's still quarterbacking this power play at the top with McNicholas on his side and Britton on the other side. Here's the shot from Britton. Rebound, and that one's in the corner. And now a scrum for possession finally ends up being cleared out by Greenwich. And Ertl will play it out to Rigby. Rigby from behind his net passes it over to Simonello. Simonello gets that one lost in his feet, but chips it up to Britton, who does a Gretzky turn the opposite way and heads towards the other side of the rink. Rigby holding in his own end. Here's the saucer pass over to McNicholas. And McNicholas gains speed. Sorry, that's actually Rena there with the puck. And that one's stolen away from him and dumped into the neutral zone. Rigby retreating back, gives it to Simonello. Simonello entering the zone from the right side. Holding the puck now, dropping it back for McNicholas. McNicholas across the ice. And that one swallowed up by Greenwich and dumped down the length of the ice. First player on it is Rigby, trying to regroup once again and get one more quick rush here for the Tigers before this penalty expires and the period expires. Shipping it across the ice is McNicholas over to Simonello, who puts it into the corner. But it looks like a Greenwich player is going to get there first. Not keeping that one in is Rigby. And he gets it in his own end for another regroup. Good penalty kill here for the Cardinals, as they haven't really allowed the Tigers to get going. And that is the end of the first. We have 7 seconds remaining on this power play here for the Tigers going into the second period. Now, again, they did do that premature ice cut because the glass broke, so it doesn't look like they're going to do another one in between this first and second, so I was right about that. And the coaches are going to talk it over quickly, and they're going to restart this second period in the period of play shortly. And not a bad period for the Tigers here, but you can see there Sean Gallagher trying to inspire his team. It was a beautiful block shot from Schlapbach as he put it into the corner. This was earlier before the power play. And Schlapbach almost got hit there. He actually evades the hit. And that hit was coming from Owen Lanzarone, who ends up taking out his own player. He took out Peter Lewis, one of the captains for this Greenwich team. So running into each other there, it looked like Schlapbach had a nice big hit, but it really was just a trip. And it was a teammate on teammate trip, if you will, in the corner. So the Tigers, they break their huddle here. And we're going to see who's starting this period for them. Looks like White's out, Rena, and Pereira, and then the defensive pairing of Blockley and Rigby. So a quick intermission between the first and the second period, which I love. And we're going to get down to business in the second period right away. Puck is chipped down the line, the zone, and into the Tigers' end, as it was no icing on the play, but it looks like Mason Blockley is going to have an icing of his own, and the faceoff will now be in the Tigers' zone. So basically playing with a fresh sheet of ice here, as in the high school level, it doesn't get too chewed up in between. And they played with about 6 minutes and 40 seconds of fresh ice, so it still seems to be fresh, starting this second period shortly after. Quick shot off the faceoff there, captain, centerman for the Cardinals, but it was sticked away there by Ertl, and the faceoff will be in the same spot as it was before. Ref checks the Cardinals wingers to the side. He'll drop the puck, and Reno will win that one back. Good job by him. He also takes down Trimmer on the play behind the play, so great hockey IQ there from Reno. Holding the puck now and playing it forward was Peter Lewis. The shot, and that one's going to be wide glass behind the net. Now trying to chip it out there was Gavin White. This is his first shift of the game with fresh legs here for the second. There's a block there and stolen by White. White's going to stick it out to the neutral zone, but it's stolen. Back by Bowden Farmer. Farmer passes it off to McGarvey. Alex McGarvey with the shot, but it's blocked there. And taken by the Tigers the other way. Here's White entering the zone from the left side. Here's the shot, and that one's going to be wide. And that'll wrap the length of the boards and go out to the neutral zone where Sean Rigby hits Blockley, his defensive partner. He'll get a shot on net from outside of that blue line. Now it's quickly picked up by Greenwich, and they're trying to break it out of their own zone. Holding it in his corner, now steering it over to Bowden Farmer. Farmer off the wall. And that one's going to miss his player that he was trying to hit. It looked like Joe Lewis. A lot of brothers on this Greenwich team, as I think there's 3 pairs of brothers. Not sure if that's 3 sets of twins. I believe there's 1 set of twin in the Rurock brothers. Now in the corner there is Robbie. Robbie up to the point, but it's stolen there, and it gets by the stick of Farmer, so he's the first one back on that puck. He's going to get hit off of it, and now back into the neutral zone. For the Tigers, they're going to hit the red line and dump it in deep. First player on that was Matt Rurock, but now it's shot from the Tigers. And that one's going to be deflected wide. At the point there is Blake Schlapbach keeping that one in. Nice pass there from McNicholas over to Britton. The shot. Save made. And slapped away to the corner. Picking that one up is Robbie. Sophomore forward for the Greenwich Cardinals. The shot. And it's a save made by Ertl. Nice job getting out the glove to stop that one and stop the play. Faceoff's going to be in the Tigers' zone. Good period here. Coming out flying, the Tigers. Because they only really had one issue, and it was just that shot ending the play moments ago. But other than that, they've had their opportunities, and I think they've recorded 2 shots in this period alone, which is definitely substantial numbers compared to their first period, which I only think they got 3 shots on net in total. Getting it in their own zone now is Simonello, who gets hit hard from behind. but it was on the back check, so no call. Behind the net comes Simonello, who gets hit hard again, but he gets it over to White, who chips it off the glass and out. And it's going to be deemed icing, as the first player on that puck was Crosby Newey, which that's a hockey name if I've ever heard one. He was the first player on the puck, so it's going to be confirmed icing by the Tigers, so face Tigers zone. Taking the face-off for the Cardinals, it's Carino against Rena, and Rena is going to end up with the win there as his winger went into the center dot to help him out. It was Pereira chipping that one all the way down, and the first player on it for the Tigers is Idone. Oh, sorry, that was actually Gavin White who gets the puck in the neutral zone, and now a regroup starts with the Tigers. Here's Pereira hitting it off his stick as he was past the red line and dumping it deep for Rena to catch in open ice. He gets that one, but now it's quickly stolen by Greenwich, and it's wrapped and almost kept in by Pereira. Looks like delayed offsides for the Tigers, and Carino will go in there and swallow it up. I'm not really sure if that was offsides back on Greenwich, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like just a simple offsides. So it was almost one for the Tigers, and then it goes back to the other end, and it was a definite offsides for Greenwich. So both teams are going to get fresh legs here. For the Tigers, it's Idone. It is Irving, and it is Gartner for the forward lines. Number 9 on Greenwich, Will Duncan, was kicked out of the faceoff circle for going too early. And now the faceoff is going to be won by the Tigers. Schlappak playing it off the boards, but that one slips out to the center. But it's okay because Alex Irving is on that one. Good job by him to get it deep in the Cardinal zone. Now on the half wall, keeping that one in is Idone, and slapping that forward is Irving. But the puck now stolen here by Matt Rurock. Rurock entering from the right side. The big 28 defenseman there holding the puck, but stolen by Cummins, who turns over the puck. Here's a shot. It's hard, and it gets blocked. Now it's kept in by Rurock, trying to get another shot off, but it's stopped there in front of the net in the traffic there. And it looks like the Tigers are going to go back on the power play here. Just getting that call was Irving as he was getting hit without the puck. I think they're going to call interference on this play. And that was definitely a good penalty draw there from Irving. Hasn't been getting that many minutes this season, but a good play there will definitely get him more. And he was on the wall progressing with the puck, but he never had possession of it fully. And it looks like it's Alex McGarvey going to the penalty box for Greenwich. So the Tigers back on the power play. Second one of their day, as they couldn't get going in the first one. Rigby, quarterback of this power play, ships it off over to Simonello, who gives it to McNicholas. McNicholas dancing in the neutral zone, trying to get it deep, but that's sticked away there by Greenwich as he wraps the puck around. Stolen by Greenwich and dumped off the glass and down the length of the ice. Ertl out of his net to play that for Rigby. Rigby reverses the play over to McNicholas, but McNicholas turns the puck over, and it's a quick backhand shot there. It was Derek D'Angelo who took the shot. It was a save made by the glove of Ertl, and a quick stoppage of play there. Tiger coaches can't be happy with this lackluster breakout. We've been seeing it on the power play all this time, and it looks like they're going to get a whole new unit out, except Rigby. He'll probably stay quarterbacking this play. Spilling over the boards is Rena, Simonello, Britton, and Blockley. So definitely shifting up the power play here. When something's not working, you got to fix it. And that's exactly what they did. More pressure here from the Cardinal penalty kill, but not too much trouble for the Tigers as they get it quickly up the ice. Rena wraps it around the boards. Now behind the net is Blockley with the puck. It's stolen there by Greenwich, and it's gotten all the way out. So possession for the Tigers, but in their own end, behind their own net, once again. Place we've been seeing them a lot here on their own power plays, as they can't seem to crack that Greenwich line. Rena wraps it again. Now this time it's White on the puck, but he doesn't get a strong stick. And once again, the Cardinals clear. Tigers end up with possession behind their own net. An issue we've been seeing all game and all season, really, with their power play. Not really a flawless breakout, to say the least. Now gets it over to White. Enters the side. Ships it over to Rena. Rena with the shot, but it's blocked there. Coach Richards' biggest pet peeve, don't get blocked on the power play, and they do, and it will result in another clear by the Cardinals. Rigby over to Rena. Chipping it off to White, but stolen back by the Cardinals and down the length of the ice. Looks like there's no more power play here for the Tigers, as it's even strength hockey as McGarvey gets out of the penalty box. The door was open for the Tigers to take it on the 5-on-4 play, but they could never even get into their offensive zone to play around with the puck. So nothing goes there for the Tigers power play. White is going to lift it above the heads of everyone and down the length of the ice. So good job by the Cardinal penalty kill to really keep the Tigers from penetrating their offensive zone and the Greenwich defensive area. They built a box, a 4-man box, and they stayed with it, and the Tigers couldn't penetrate it. So it was just constant dump and chase it from the penalty kill by the Cardinals. Great job by them. Definitely can't knock it. As they keep the puck in here, slapped into the corner where Cummins will wrap it around. It seems to be his sort of play, as he is a new defenseman, so range to safety isn't all that bad. Now Will Duncan plays it to the defenseman Rurak, who has a nice hit in the corner. Now Duncan up to Robbie. Robbie, the left-handed shot still holding into the corner. Now behind the net, still has possession. Passes off the wall and behind, but it's stolen by the Tigers. McNicholas trying to get that puck out, but it's kept in there by Kyle Allen, and now quickly taken back by the Tigers. It looks like Simonello the shot. Save, and he scores! It was McNicholas taking the shot as he got it from the the Tigers' end, skated it through the neutral zone, had possession the whole time, enters through the center, and fires a shot on net. And you heard the crowd roar before you heard my voice, but it is a 1-0 game. The Tigers lead. Great shot there from McNicholas, getting himself on the board. And that's exactly what they needed in this game to break this deadlock. It's 1-0 Tigers. So a confusing sequences of plays there. It looked like Greenwich owned about all the time and attack this game has to offer, even when they were on the penalty kill. And then finally, the Tigers strike just by shooting it on their net. So good job by the Tigers to be up by 1. Nice play by number 11 for Greenwich. The shot, that was McGarvey making a drive towards the net, as he almost went coast to coast there. He'll turn the puck over to Gartner. Gartner entering the zone. He gets hit by McGarvey there, but he put it in behind their net. Good job and good forecheck there by Gartner. The puck now deep in the Cardinals zone, with the Cardinals holding possession, but scrambling a little bit, trying to get it out of their zone. Stolen there by the Tigers. The shot from Rena, but that goes off a stick. And now he holds possession in the neutral zone as he had a good back check there, as the Tigers have a chip on their shoulder, up 1. Gartner trying to take a shot, but he was stopped there by Greenwich. But Greenwich is actually going to ship it down the ice for an icing. And that's a lot of what we've been seeing from the Tigers play today. A lot of icings. When they get scared when they're in their own defensive zone, they ship it down the ice to get some freedom and to get a little break. But it looks like Greenwich taking a little play out of their book and icing it down for the Cardinals. So the faceoff was in the Cardinal end. Pereira in the corner now, White behind the net. And in the right corner, you can hear Matt Richards from the bench screaming something at White, as White still has possession. Gives it over to the point, kept in there by Rigby. Now over to White. Nice pass there. The shot. And that one's wide. Great pass there by White on the left half wall to play it back to his partner and wing partner Pereira, who was in front of the net with a good chance there. And a good job by the Cardinals to keep it out. So back to the play. In the corner is Blockley, who will wrap that all the way for Pereira. Now Rena in the neutral zone tries to play it through. Now it's Rigby from behind his own net. Rigby plays it up to McNicholas. McNicholas was the only forechecker there, so it was an easy job by the Cardinals to get it out of their zone, as it was Bria who sent it down into their own end. Holding possession here are the Tigers. Now gets it to the center for Simonello. It was lost in his feet and progressed there by McNicholas. He's been all over the place today. He had a good shot there. He really made his voice heard and his play known. McNicholas chipping that to the other side. Good play by him, wrapping it along the boards. But now it's up for the Greenwich defenseman. Here's Alex McGarvey. Here's the shot. It's wide into the corner. McNicholas going to wrap that puck again. And a nice job there by Britton to free himself up, get himself some space, and find an open player to advance the play towards the Greenwich end. Now on the half wall, fighting for possession is McNicholas. Keeping that puck in is Britton. But then quickly getting that one out was Bria of Greenwich. And they dump it in on net. Puck in the corner now. That was Schlappak chipping that towards the neutral zone and forced back in with a slap shot there by the Cardinals. Here's Cummins, first player on that puck. He's hit off of it, but a nice job there to get it to Gartner on the half wall. Now dumping that puck in is Irving, Alex Irving. Some of the only minutes he's seen this year, but he's definitely making them count as he's already drew a penalty today. And it looks like he is one of those guys who wants to be out there and wants to be playing for this Tigers team. Trying to keep that one in the zone was Cummins, but couldn't do so as it escapes to the neutral zone. And now the Tigers hold in their own end in the corner, wrapping it for Cummins, but it's stolen there. D'Angelo and Cummins now on the wall, fighting for possession. Quickly gotten out there by the Cardinals. It's Graydon Rabe passing it off. He still has possession of it. Now holding. Nice quick pass there to his partner to the front of the net. But it looks like there's nothing there, and it's cleared by the Tigers. And it's not going to be an icing, as Bowden Farmer had enough speed to get there before the puck hit the line. Nice steal there by the Tigers, but stolen back by Farmer. Blockley over to Rigby on the other side, but that puck escapes his stick. Now goes back to the Cardinals, and it was Deanne who dumped it in deep. Blake Schlappak behind the net. He gets hit on top of the puck, so now there's a scrum to find possession, and the Cardinals do, but quickly give it back to the Tigers. Now Gavin White, he wraps it to the other side where Pereira isn't the first player on the puck. It's actually the Cardinals' D'Angelo. Now Schlappak off the glass and out. Definitely an icing as the puck was hurled by Schlappak down the ice for a stoppage of play. And I think that was just to get some fresh legs as Schlappak and his partner, Cummins, had been out there for a long time. So new Tigers spilling over the boards, all 5 of them new. Rigby, Blockley, Simonello, Britton. Britton now, a nice play there off of the faceoff. Enters from the right side. Passes it over. Here's the shot, but it's whiffed on by McNicholas as he almost had one there. Britton towards the front of the net. And Simonello almost had one there, but it's stolen by the Cardinals and taken the other way. Here's the shot. It's right on. And there was some extracurricular after the whistle here. Cardinals players don't want any of it, though, as they did slam into the goalie. Ertl trying to get a call there for goalie interference. But he's not going to get anything, as it was just physical hard hockey. I think it was Jackson Price who fell into the goalie there and got some shoves by McNicholas and company and of the Tigers. As you're not allowed to touch that goalkeeper. Definitely not. It's an unwritten rule of the sport. Another unwritten rule, you will get jumped if you touch the keeper. Now out for the Cardinals, it's Alex McGarvey. And Graydon Robb at the top. McGarvey Gus, that is, the forward, and that brother tandem, loses that faceoff to the Tigers. And the puck is now in the Cardinal zone. Good job by McNicholas to get that one out. It actually looks like it's a power play here for the Cardinals. Don't know how I missed that one. Entering from the right side, that's Will Duncan. Plays it off to Joe Louis. Louis up top for McGarvey. Here's the shot. Oh, the rebound came close to being batted away there by Joe Louis. Here's the shot. And a nice, beautiful stop with the glove by Ertl. So keeping this one 1-0. About a minute and 25 seconds remaining on this power play for the Cardinals. As it looks like they're going to keep the same unit out there. Actually, a couple new players spilling over the boards for them. Taking the faceoff for the Cardinals is Will Duncan. Taking it for the Tigers was Rena, and Duncan will win it. McGarvey at the point. The shot from McGarvey. It hits the pad. Now Gus McGarvey on the wall. To the corner. Towards the front of the net, but Rena will swallow it up, and he'll backhand it down the length of the ice. Good job by Rena. Good penalty kill there. McGarvey. Alex McGarvey, defenseman. Here's the shot towards the net. It hits off a stick and goes wide. There's Graydon Robb holding the puck. Gets it out to McGarvey. Here's the shot. The rebound. They score. Greenwich ties this one up. Looked like it was Joe Louis. The Cardinals tie this one 1-1 in the second period right off the power play. Looked like it was Blockley and Cummins in front of the net, and they just couldn't get their stick on the rebound. And first guy to get to it was a Cardinal, and now it's 1-1. They tie the game. Matt Richards and Sean Gallagher looking over the bench, seeing who they got, seeing who really wants it. As the Cardinals couldn't score on the Tigers last game, they finally do. The first time against Ertl this season, and it's 1-1. Puck gotten in the Greenwich zone by the Tigers for Pereira, but then it's quickly stolen by Derek D'Angelo, who's hit off the puck hard there. Nice job by Simonello to get back and rub his guy off on the boards. Keeping that one in, and now a big hit by Simonello once again. Could have been called a trip, but I think they missed. And it looks like there's a stoppage of play that could be the end of the period. And it absolutely is. So, with this period, we got 2 goals, 1 for each team. It's 1-1. This game is tied after craziness with the glass breaking. The first period ended 0-0, and now a great period from both teams, showing a lot of offensive poise and a lot more opportunities for both teams, too. It looked like the Greenwich goaltender was tested a little more in that period, so that resulted in the Tigers' 1 goal. And then, the Cardinals got the power play at the end of that period. They did capitalize on it. They were able to get that dirty goal in front that they needed to tie this one up. And right there on the camera was our backup goaltender, emergency backup goaltender, I should say, as Alex Silliman is not technically rostered with the RHS squad this year, but they did need someone to put on the backup gear and sit in case Ertl got hurt. So, the story of the game today, a lot of injuries for the Tigers and a good amount of offense for them too, as they're doing what they need to do in the offensive zone with their cycles and their amount of shots, just keeping that Greenwich team out of that blue line and away from the dangerous scoring areas that, lie in that Ridgefield zone. So in this third period, we're definitely going to be tested by this Cardinal team as they are home. It's definitely a hard place to play. Right after this ice cut, we will be back with third period action again. Score 1-1 Tigers and Cardinals. We will be back with third period play after the ice cut. Thank you. And welcome back in to this production and presentation of Tigers hockey. Again, I'm your host, Michael Conchator with MVP Broadcasting. We are here in Greenwich, Connecticut at the Dorothy Hamill Ice Arena to finish off a 1-1 hockey game in the third period here. This FCAC battle and bout between Greenwich and Ridgefield as the puck is dropped. It's won by Greenwich. And we are started. It was Bowden Farmer passing it off. Shot from Bria, and that will be covered up by Ertl. So quick action here, getting off to a hot start is Greenwich, already penetrating their zone and getting a shot on net. Definitely a strong thing to do in a 1-1 game. Fire that puck. So that's definitely what they were saying in the locker room in Greenwich. Here's the shot. That one's going to be ricocheted off into the corner. That shot was from Peter Lewis. Good save there by Ertl. Now it's a 2-on-2. Rena trying to get by Lewis, and he's hit hard. What a hit from the captain, Peter Lewis, on our very own Anthony Rena. Pass out to Rena, but it gets by his stick, and now the Cardinals go the other way. Towards the front, but now gotten back by the Cardinals and front. Stopped by Rena. Got a stick on that before it got towards the front of the net, where it was Bria standing right in front, and he had daytime. If only it had gotten to him, this game would look a lot different and possibly be 2-1. Puck up to Simonello, and that one's stolen off his stick. Greenwich in their own zone, developing a play, but it's intercepted by the Tigers and taken the other way. Simonello delays dumping it in, so that'll result in a delayed offsides. And it looks like the opposite winger didn't hear it, so stoppage of play, and the faceoff's going to be outside of that Cardinals zone. Your Tigers moving from left to right on your screen here, and the Cardinals moving from right to left. Getting back to this hit here was Peter Lewis laying the shoulder on Anthony Rena. Rena was trying to go to the right side on the wall, hugging it a little bit, trying to get by him. He did get the puck deep into the zone, but a punishing hit there by Peter Lewis. And we go back to the game. Here's the shot from McGarvey, and a nice kick save. Swallowed up after the kick was Ertl. So face off to the right of him. And in the Tigers zone. Good job from Ertl. Staying in the zone here, only allowing one goal. He's a very strong goaltender. We saw that. And we've been seeing that, especially in the last 6 games. As they've won 5 of their last 6. The stat I had relayed earlier in this broadcast. Definitely some hot hockey they're playing here. Shot there from the corner. That was a quick one. And it was steered off to the side by the stick of Ertl. And now gotten out to the neutral zone. And back quickly into the Tiger zone. Schlappak trying to play that all the way out, but he's going to end up icing the puck. We're going to get a replay on this shot here. Puck was quickly stowed towards the middle. Schlappak keeping it out. And then from the corner, a real weird angle here. Got it all the way towards the net. Not even sure who took the shot in the corner there. But it's a great save. Quick reactionary one. And keeping that puck out was Ertl. Good face-off win there by the Tigers. It was Idone winning it back. And it was to Schlappak, who wrapped that one along the boards. And now Greenwich will get that puck. And it looks like it's a delayed penalty whistle, and the penalty will go. Not really sure what the call is. It's going to be holding, actually. Yep. Holding there for the Tigers. And it looks like they're going to go back on the penalty kill. Greenwich is 1 for 1 on their power play tonight, as that was the reason they scored their goal, and their only goal that they have at this point. Bailey Rosemus back up for the point. McCarthy, the shot. Rebound. Nice stop there by Rigby with the stick. Greenwich was on the doorstep, knocking on the door, but keeping that one out is Rigby. What a job by him, keeping this game 1-1. Cardinals still have possession on their power play here, making good use of their time, but the Tigers steal it back and send it down the length of the ice No icing, of course, as it is a penalty kill here for the Tigers. And a quick regroup from behind his own net. It looks like it's Peter Lewis. Lewis holding, passes it back, almost intercepted there by the Tigers' point man. And it was Gavin White would have had a breakaway there. Pass through the crease now into the corner. Behind the net is Derek D'Angelo. He'll pass it right behind, back into the same corner. He gets it back towards the front of the net. It's in front. A rebound save made by Ertl. And now the puck back out to the point for Greenwich. Keeping that one in on the side. The shot from Rasmus towards the front. Whacking away at it is D'Angelo, but he can't get anything on that. Another shot from the point. Stopped and put into the corner by Ertl. And we got 20 seconds left in this power play here for the Cardinals, and it's slapped away by White. The length of the ice it goes, and forcing the Cardinals to regroup in their own zone. 20 seconds remaining. Holding the puck there is Will Duncan, who tries to play it, but good job by Rena to force possession back to the Tigers and force the Cardinals to make a little work to get it back. They do so. Here's the shot save made by the blocker of Ertl. That was Gus McGarvey on the side, on the half wall, taking that shot. Another shot from the point, and that one, a rebound! And it's put into the center of gravity for Ertl, so he'll swallow that one up as it was just below him. And that's good power play work from the Cardinals, but I think it's better penalty kill work, especially from Sean Rigby, as he made a big stop. We're going to get the shot from the point again here. It was the shot from Bowden Farmer, and here's the play. Look at that stick of Sean Rigby right at the last second, denying Logan Carino of a chance at the net. And it was definitely open as Ertl was a little bit out of position there, but not really much you can blame him for. Great job by Rigby. Plays it out. It was a nice play by Gartner towards the front of the net for Simonello, but they can't get it, and now it's behind, and Cardinals steal it back. Lanzarone tries to play it, but now it's stolen back by Ridgefield, and they're regrouping in their own end. Rigby plays it up to Gardner, who tips that on his stick, and it goes deep into the Cardinals zone. Rurak gets it out to the neutral zone where it's stolen by Rigby, who holds possession with poise down the left side. Gets by 3 defensemen, and it was almost held up there as he had the puck, but nothing called there. Nice hit to get the Tigers off the puck and possession back to the Cardinals. Here's the shot from McGarvey. A nice save by the glove of Ertl, but a big rebound popped out. It was Cummins on that one, so no danger there for the Tigers. Greenwich taking a little bit. Here's Rurak trying to get it up, but White sits him down at the red line. But the puck is quickly slapped in all the way down towards the Tigers' end. Now Schlappak losing that one behind his net towards the front for Greenwich. Can't do anything for that one. And Greenwich will get a little bit lucky there as White tried to play it off the glass. It actually goes out of play. So the face-off back in the Tigers' end to the right of Ertl. And a lot of these players were game-time decisions here as well. Number 3, Luke Pereira, getting off of some sickness. And it almost looked like Henry Ertl was going to fall in that same sickness category and be sidelined for today's game, but he really is the only option that the Tigers have. So that would be extra emergency backup time for Alex Selman, as he's never played a full game of goalie in his life. He's just suited up there. Now holding possession towards the front was Bailey Rosemus. And it was thrown in front to Logan Carino, who was looking for a call, but it doesn't look like there's a call on any of the plays. Shot towards the front of the net, swallowed up by Ertl. And now a face-off back in the Tigers' zone. And it was a quick play by here, Greenwich. It looked like Carino was looking like he wanted his hand raised by a ref because he was getting hooked a little bit there, but I think it was just good defense by Blockley to keep him from having an opportunity to score. Now a 2-on-1 for the Tigers. Here's the shot from Gardner, but that one goes wide, hits the glass, and it's almost a breakout pass here for the Cardinals. Rigby having to skate fast to get possession in the Tigers' hands. Plays it off the wall for Gartner. Gartner bats it down with his glove. And now trying to progress forward. It looks like Rigby had some speed, and he'll backhand that one in to the Cardinals zone. First player on it is a red and white jersey, and it was Alex McGarvey, defenseman. Nice job by Will Britton in the corner to get possession back for the Tigers in the Greenwich zone. Getting that out to Robbie. Now Rigby with the shot. It goes right over the post. It was a good-looking shot. Had eyes for the net, but went right over. Shot for Pereira. Now there's room in front. The puck is not covered up, but it's gotten by Greenwich, and they're going to ship it all the way down for an icing. That looked like it was almost a Tigers goal. Definitely got close to one, but they couldn't put it home. Not enough bodies in front to stick it through. So, go back for a face-off in the Greenwich zone as they had just iced it down. Score remains 1-1. We got about 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. There was the replay. The puck just sat there waiting for a black jersey to hit it into the net, but it was a red man who got it out before they could do so. Nice shot there. That was a fast one by Owen Lanzarone and a better save by Ertl, keeping that one out. Now Idone. Idone on the half wall in the Greenwich zone, plays it out to the middle, where Pereira will try to lift that one deeper into the Cardinal zone, but cannot do so. Schlappak, he'll hold and fire in on net from outside of the zone. He was in the neutral zone when he took that one. Nice job by Britton. Back out to White. Kicking it out. Here's Gartner on the right side. The shot blocker save there, and a big rebound comes out, and the Tigers are the first players on it. Gartner on the half wall plays it out to Schlappak. Schlappak with this shot towards the net. It's a save made there. Now battle for possession on the half wall. Schlappak will come down and play it. Here's the shot. It's wide. And it's kept in there by Cummins. Actually, almost kept in there as he didn't have enough oomph on that stick to keep it in. So stolen there by Greenwich. Puck back, and it looks like there's something came off the goalie. Not really sure what piece of equipment that is. It looks like a black glove, so... Oh, referee picking it up, skating it towards someone. Yeah, it looks like a black glove, so a Tigers forward probably dropped the glove and had to go right to the bench because he can't be on the ice without both gloves on. So quick pickup there by the ref, good on him. And a face-off back in the Tigers zone. 5-on-5 hockey here. 1-1 the score remains in the third period. Here's White with a good forecheck, trying to get the puck. It looked like he was held up a little bit there. Greenwich touches the puck and the play stops. And they got Greenwich going to the box here. It was good job by White to apply enough pressure for them to really activate on him. So it's going to be Alex McGarvey, number 13, defenseman for the Cardinals here. He's going to go to the box. And he's a little bit unhappy with himself there. Opening up the door for the Tigers once again. And now they got an opportunity. Here's Rigby. Quarterbacking this power play, holding now quickly over to White. White towards the middle on the other side for Arena. Now Rigby up top. Here's the quarterback, the shot. He scores! He got it! It's his third goal in 2 games. Sean Rigby, after coming out of sickness, comes back and scores his third in his second game back. What a shot from the point. And the Tigers now lead 2-1 off the power play goal from Rigby. You know, he got himself in that point at the top there, the quarterback position of this 1-3-1 power play. Rips a shot on net, and it gets by the blocker of the Greenwich goaltender. What a shot there, and now it's 2-1 Tigers lead here in Greenwich. This is just a great time to get a power play, and that's just excellent way to capitalize on your opportunities. And what a season it's been for Sean Rigby. Really, one of the prime reasons that this Tigers team has a shot in any of these games, it almost seems. His defensive efforts do not go unnoticed, as we saw him stop an empty net opportunity on the power play that Greenwich had earlier in the game. And now he gets his own opportunity to score and does so from the point. So he provides so much offense and just enough defense for this Tigers team to succeed. Again, 2-1 Tigers here in this third. Gardner's going to hit the red line, and he's going to try to get that one deep. Showing on the right side of your screen, actually, Rosenblatt and actually Johnny Dent, both the camera guys for this Tigers team. So a shout out to them. And it looks like Simonello is going to get a penalty here. He's going straight to the box. He knew what he did. Looked like he had a big hit there, but it really was just most of his legs going in and making contact with the other player's legs. So definitely a penalty there. You can't hit the legs. You can hit the hips and you can hit the shoulders, but not the legs. So he's going to go to the box for tripping. So Simonello, one of the main penalty killers here for the Tigers, goes to the box for tripping as he had that leg-to-leg contact. Can't do that when you're skating fast by other players. Holding it in the corner here. Good job by Rigby to not let the Cardinals get possession in the Tigers' zone for this power play. They finally do, as they do have a man advantage. Now, Robbie, behind the net, 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Chipped out there by the Tigers, almost had a partial breakaway. Oh, it was Rena who had a chance. Almost got by, but couldn't do so. Keeping that puck in was McGarvey, passing it over to the right side for Robbie, and couldn't do anything there. Rob now into the corner. Good job by Rigby standing his man up so he can't stand up. McGarvey quickly out of the penalty box there. Here's the shot. It's wide. And 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining on this Greenwich power play. That puck's gotten out there but kept in. Great keep in there by Graydon Robbie. Puts it into the corner where Joe Lewis will take it and wraps it out. And that ends up being a breakout pass for the Tigers. So not much effort needed there for this penalty kill, as the Cardinals doing the damage to themselves. Gus McGarvey holding the puck at the top, passing it over to his brother who takes the shot. It's tipped on net, but it goes behind. Back into the corner for the Cardinals. Back towards the front, but it's gotten out by the Tigers. Great job by them. And even strength hockey is to ensue soon. Right after this penalty wraps up, doesn't seem like there's too much time left on it. Here's D'Angelo, the shot save made by Ertl. What a save. As D'Angelo got himself right in front of the net, a prime scoring chance and opportunity there for the Cardinals. But this game stays 2-1. Schlappak whiffs on a pass, so it ends up getting to McCarthy on the other side of the post. But he can't put it in the net as he also whiffs on the puck. And it goes out to center ice, and there's a stoppage of play. Let's take a replay on this. Holding the puck, D'Angelo towards the front. Schlappak whiffs on it, but then it's also Rosmus who whiffs on it again. He had the opportunity to beat Ertl, but he can't do so. And the Tigers lead 2-1. 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in this period of regulation. Tigers lead by 1. Blake Schlappak in the corner, reverses his sides, and fires it down the ice. It's still a penalty kill, so there's going to be no icing. And now it's back to even strength hockey. Simonello picks it up on the turnover, but Greenwich quickly gets it out to the neutral zone where Cummins gets it and plays it off the boards. Turning that puck back around is the Cardinals, and now Simonello has to retreat back behind his net, and he does so well. It's an individual effort to get the puck out of their zone. Good job by him. Holding the puck is Gardner. Gardner towards the front of the net. It's going to be in the corner now. And Simonello's hit off the puck. And the Cardinals go the other way. Here's Lanzaroni on the left side. The lefty puts it in front. And it was Gage Bria who was in front, but couldn't get a stick on that, so it goes into the corner. Now Lanzaroni trying to play it behind himself, but can't do so as it's stolen by the Tigers' Cummins. Cummins hits the red line and dumps it in deep. No icing on the play. Here's Farmer, Bowden Farmer, picking it up for the Cardinals. Good play by Farmer, still has possession, chips it around Rigby and gets it behind the Tigers' net. Sends it in front, but it's picked up. And now the net is empty. Oh, no, not empty. Still full. Shot there by Rena. Good job by the Cardinals to get back and delayed that shot from happening. And now is going to be emptied for the Cardinals. It's crunch time for them here as they don't have much time left. It looks like 1:21 on this third period clock. Here's the shot. It goes wide into the corner. Now back up to the point. Here's McGarvey, the shot. It goes wide again. Slapped away by the Tigers, and it's going to get by McGarvey for the icing. It looked like that puck was slowing down, and the defenseman could have retained possession and kept the play going, but the refs award the Cardinals an icing. They're not going to call a timeout. Here's the clock. 1:01 remaining in this third period of regulation hockey. The Cardinals are going to take a timeout as the faceoff looms in the Tigers' zone. So all they need is a minute more hockey, and the Tigers will win 2 against Greenwich in this season. Tigers have definitely had some recent success over this Greenwich team. This Greenwich team did go to the state playoffs in 2018, and the Tigers were the favorites to get in that year, but couldn't do so. Get to the Whale. You fast forward a couple of years later, 2021, it's the first round of the FCAC playoffs, and the Tigers beat Greenwich in Greenwich. Oh, sorry, actually, that was in the Winter Garden. And let's take a look at this Richfield goal again here. A shot from Rigby. It doesn't look like it. Let's see here. It was Rigby's shot. There's a lot of traffic in front. Britton's stick almost got a piece of it. It almost looks like he nicks it, but I don't think he does. I think it just goes in straight from Rigby's shot. But it was, nevertheless, it was Britton in front of the net. It was White in front of the net. The goalie couldn't see the puck coming, and Rigby just put it in the perfect spot to get this Tigers team up by 1. So Gallagher breaks with his team, and it's 1:01 remaining for this Tigers team with the empty net. Face-off looming. Now won by the Tigers. Thrown down the ice looking for the empty net was Rigby, trying to get his second goal of the game and 4th in 2 games. But it's going to be wide of the net and icing. 58.4 seconds remaining in this third. Empty net here for Greenwich as they have 6 players. Looks like it's in the face-off circle for the Tigers. Ref making sure the wingers are in their right spot. Britton's going to win it back from the face-off zone there, and it was back to Rigby, but stolen there by D'Angelo. 44 seconds remaining. Cardinals have possession in the Tigers zone. Here's the shot towards the front of the net, but it's blocked in traffic. Trying to be chipped out there, but it's kept in by the Cardinals. Holding is Rasmus, who had the opportunity in front of the net earlier in this game on the power play, but couldn't capitalize. Stolen there. And now Britton at the line. Still can't get that puck out. It's just on the line, and the Tigers can't seem to get it over. And now they finally do get it out. There's 12 seconds remaining in this game. And it looks like there's not enough time for the Greenwich Cardinals to get in here, but you never know. Now they enter the zone. He's hit hard. And now possession is taken by the Tigers. They ship it down the ice, and the clock runs out. It's a 2-1 victory for the Tigers coming into Greenwich, storming 8 players off their roster. They get the win, the second win against Greenwich this season. Great job by them to finish off an FCAC opponent. Now, their stats. 6 wins, and 1 overtime loss in the last 7 games. So the Tigers playing their best hockey they have really in the last season or 2, especially regular season play we're talking about. And the Tigers come away with this victory, 2-1 in Greenwich at the Dorothy Hamill Ice Arena in Greenwich, Connecticut. And what a game it was from both teams. Good opportunities for both sides. Henry Ertl, once again showing why he's one of the best goaltenders in this conference. Keeping Greenwich only scoring 1 goal, and it was a power play goal too. Definitely something to keep track of. Tigers having a very good power play of their own, as their quarterback of the power play, Sean Rigby, gets a goal here for the game winner. So the 3 stars of the game. It's got to be the third star of the game, number 21, Ryan McNicholas, the sophomore forward for the Tigers. He took a big shot right in front of the slot. It was actually the high slot, and he got past the goaltender of Greenwich. So he got his third star of the game. The second star of the game has got to be number 35, Henry Ertl, who made an abundance of saves and to win this one 2-1 for the Tigers. And the first star of the game, saving an empty net opportunity, it was Sean Rigby, number 23 of the Tigers, as they had some great plays in front. Or Sean Rigby had some great plays in front. He kept the puck out when he needed to. His offensive presence was felt once again in this game, as it was yesterday, as he scored 2 yesterday, and then another one in this one to get the game winner. So great game all around for the Tigers. And it looks like that's going to send us off. Well, I got to give a quick shout out to everyone helping me along on this broadcast. Joey Delgado, everyone a part of MVP. Rob Rieger. It was a very good day. A lot of help, and I couldn't do it without anyone. There's a picture of the broken glass there that was replaced with that plywood. Maybe that plywood helped out the Tigers, as they weren't the more dominant team in the first. But as soon as that glass broke, it seemed to be a little bit of change and shift in momentum here for both hockey teams. So with that, the final 2-1, Ridgefield wins it in Greenwich. We will see you for the next broadcast of Tigers hockey. Thank you for watching MVP broadcast. I'm your host, Michael Conchator, signing off, wishing you a good evening.